Well, my next guest says, don't take your eyes off the Fed, folks. That's right. Between now and the end of the year, they will matter in maybe ways you don't even appreciate yet. But let's bring in Kingsview Wealth, their management chief investment officer, also Fox Business contributor, Scott Martin. Scott, so, I mean, here's the thing. I saw your note, and I'm thinking everybody's on board. There's going to be a 25 basis point cut. What are we concerned about here?
Everything. The fact that, like Stephanie talked about previously, Stephanie Pomboy in the last segment, Charles, the Fed is going against kind of the economic grain, going against kind of the grain, Charles, of what they said their grain was going to be for the first, say, 3 years of their rate hiking or 2 years. I mean, it's like all of a sudden they've forgotten what they were talking about just a few months ago because inflation is not tamed. It's actually going to rise again. And the economy is fine. In fact, it's a lot better than what I think people give it credit for. So why are we taking that stimulus that is so akin to a difficult position, or say a difficult position for the economy, or something that we need so bad sometime down the road, and blowing it on a good economic situation like we have right now in stock market at the all-time highs or near there?
So then let me pick up on that, the question of why. And what do you think? Because no, really, honestly, I sometimes listen. Jay Powell is human, right? He goes to Grateful Dead concerts, right?
I like that. Me too, Jay Powell.
I'm saying he's a human being, right? We look at the Fed as if it's like these folks who know everything, and they don't. Obviously, they don't, right? They've misjudged a lot of things. I do wonder, to your point, if emotions, his place in history, is sort of influencing his decision making. I know a lot of folks push back on that kind of notion, but he is a human being, and I think he's gotten caught up on his place in history, and it might be hurting their decision-making.
What an amazing question, Charles. I mean, that's why you're the best in the business, because I agree. I mean, he is human, so we make mistakes inherently. Jay Powell is hitting us all kind of in the face with some Jay Powell kind of rhetoric, which you're right, it changes because of the humanity of him and his Fed governors. And he goes to Grateful Dead concerts. I would love to go to a Fish show with him, maybe a Goose show, because it's where you kind of learn and get experiences, whatever they may be, and like he has, about going through things. And you're right, there's no doubt the Fed has done the best work they can as far as what they thought was the best at the time. But, Charles, if you are data guys just like me, if you look at where the data is right now, you get that feel. I mean, people are going to travel a lot for Christmas, Hanukkah, New Year's, whatever. Does this economy need rate cuts? Does it need 100 basis points if we get another 25 in December of rate cuts? That, to me, is going to be crazy inflationary. And, oh, by the way, Jay Powell, you want to talk about a swan song or an encore? This guy's out in, what, a matter of months or quarters. And so it's kind of like, what's the way to get out of here? What's the encore song?
Hey, last time we spoke, you expressed some concerns about the market maybe coming too far too fast. How do you feel about it now?
Some stocks, yeah, definitely way too far too fast. But, Charles, as we talked about last time, we found some really good diamonds in the rough. I think Lululemon was one that we talked about, which blew up after that. I mean, I was wearing, I think, Lululemon when we talked on the show itself. And so, therefore, that was talking what I preach or what I wear. And so you just got to find stocks that are still hanging out kind of low there. I mean, one of them that we like here is Canada Goose. Canada Goose, not the animal, the coat. Yeah. How cold it is in Chicago it's been lately, man. You want to wear anything you can. Even Canada Goose is getting worn. That stock's almost under $10 these days, $9.90 as we see. Charles, that thing can come back to 15 in a snap. Those are places that I'm going because some of that stuff out there, as you mentioned, is overvalued, and there's an air pocket in there somewhere.
You know, it's so funny. I got crushed so bad in Canada Goose, man. I mean, when the name popped up just now, I got goosebumps, man. I mean, I got PTSD. I lost people so much money in that damn stock.
You give me goosebumps.
Even if it came back a gazillion%, we wouldn't be breaking even. But I do.
Ride the next 40% with me, man. Yeah.
Hey, Scott, have a great weekend, my man.
All right, enjoy, buddy.
All right.